Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys coming back. If you've been here before, if you are a subscriber, I appreciate you absolutely. If you haven't subscribed, once you watch this video and it's to your liking or it's something that you're interested in, I ask that you comment, subscribe, or share this video or do all three. So basically today on this video, I am going to be doing a recap from fourth quarter sales of 2020. I wanted to just wait until the holidays were over and the new year came in so I could kind of take a look back at my sales and see what I did and what I could definitely improve on, what mattered most to me, and what I've learned. So I'm going to start, with Poshmark. And the date that is on here is September 7th. So that was my first sale. These Con Air Big Curl Hot Rollers. So these sold in September. So I sold them for $15. I picked them up at a thrift store. I don't think I paid more than $2.50 for them. So that was decent. I had a lime green party studded dress. It sold for $20. Once everything opened back up for the first time, I went to Ross, believe it or not, of all places to do retail arbitrage, because I usually don't go to Ross to do it. But the stores opened and Ross was on the menu for the day. Put it like that. Was it Dee Dee's Discount? No, I apologize, you guys. It was Dee Dee's Discount. So Dee Dee's Discount had this lime green dress, and I literally just paid like $2 or $3 for it, and it sold for $20. And Poshmark takes their fee. This Victoria's Secrets bra, it sold, but I mean, I had it and I couldn't find it. So once I finally got my inventory down, I had to cancel it, and I hate to have to cancel an order. But once I got the inventory down, I finally found the bra. And I actually just relisted it in the store yesterday. So I think this was like around the end of September. Excuse me. Here's a pair of Torrid jeggings. I sold these for $18. I purchased them for a quarter at the thrift store. I like when I get 5 stars. Some people haggle you, they get their things, and then once it comes, they don't let Poshmark know that it's sold. They don't leave you a rating. It's like, wow. So these Hunter rain boots, I purchased these at like a Texas thrift. I think that was where I purchased them. And I did pay $6 for these. So I think $5, $5 or $6. So I was happy when they sold for 36. I was really trying to get like 42 for them. But they had a little wear on them, so I wasn't, pushing it. Here's a pair of Lucky Brand combat style boots. I paid $10 for these at was it Texas Thrift? It was at Texas Thrift. So they pulled in a good profit. And this is what I mean, because the person kind of haggled me, about the price, but didn't leave a rating or whatever. Here's a Banana Republic top. So for $12, probably pay 50 cents for it. I went to Goodwill and actually purchased this Banana Republic men's wool overcoat. And I usually don't shop at Goodwill. I've told you guys in other videos I don't have a lot of luck with them. But I paid $12.99 for this coat, which was paying up for me, because anything over $10, I better see some kind of profit. I did have this coat listed at $100. And I ended up taking it down for a couple sales to, get it out there. And then a guy made me an offer for $69. This Givenchy gray vest, I paid either a quarter or 50 cents for this at my thrift store days I tell you guys about in the other videos. Sold it for $19, not bad. Torrid premium skinny jeans. So with these skinny jeans, they were in good shape, but the button came off. I replaced the button with this cool bronze button, which actually matched all the metal that was on the rest of the jeans. And I don't know, I guess people just weren't feeling it because the button had been replaced. I promise if I wouldn't have told anybody, you wouldn't have noticed. Like, I can sew, I got a pretty good stitching hand. But the only thing is that Torrid buttons usually say Torrid on them. And I didn't want someone to get it and say, oh, they didn't tell me. So I ended up lowering the price down and got $12 for it. Not bad for 25 or 50 cents on one of those days. This Cabela's fur hat, sold it for $23. I bought it for $3 at a Texas thrift. These leather ankle boots, these were not Ashley Stewart, Jessica Simpson's. And I sold them in like 7 minutes of them being listed. Like I couldn't even cross list them and get them up anywhere because they sold immediately. I did want to get a little bit more than $22. I made a mistake and listed them for $22. I was trying to at least get 28. But I listed them for 22 and they sold within like 7 minutes. They were suede and all that good stuff. These Fox suede fringe moccasin ankle boots, I purchased these for I think $4. Made $21 off of them. BB heels, bought them for $25, sold for $8. These Nike sunglasses, I bought these with my insurance basically because I wanted some sunglasses, but they didn't work out for me. So I ended up getting 25 off of that. I really don't consider that a flip because I paid for the insurance. So that's not a profit to me. These Aldo boots, I bought these for $25. And they needed to be cleaned up so bad. Like I really just didn't know what I got myself into. It looked like someone just went mudding all through these boots. And when I tell you I cleaned the crap out of these boots, literally, I brushed them, cleaned them, washed shoestrings. I did everything. So I made $14 off of the boots. But I'm pretty sure I had to offer some type of shipping or something. So I didn't even get the 14. Some silver metallic Dansko shoes. The Dansko shoes usually sell pretty well. The lining was off on this one, so that's why the price was kind of low. I had some Ann Taylor mid-rise cords. They sold for $12. I sent these into ThredUp, and they did not sell on ThredUp, so I reclaimed them and brought them back and sold them on here, and they did sell within the week of me putting them up, at least within 3 or 4 days. Here's a Ralph Lauren feather puffer coat. Oh my goodness. Selling this coat taught me that some brands I need to steer away from in certain age brackets. I got so many questions about this coat. Like I cleaned this coat. I took all the measurements. I provided the measurements on Macari. I provided the measurements on Poshmark and all the things that you should know about this coat. And the emails, the questions that I received, like, hey, is it still available? Is it still available? I got so many of these. Is it still available? I was starting to think it was spam. So I just ended up, asking people on Macari, like, or, do you have any questions? Is it something that I can help you with? Because yes, it's available. It's listed. It does not say sold. You asked me the same question yesterday. Like the same guy would send me that message every day, 3 days in a row. And I'm like, do you have any other questions? Is it something I can help you with? Because this isn't available every day crap. It's not getting it for me. Like, what's going on? So I got a guy on Facebook, not Facebook, sorry, you guys, Poshmark, who was like, I'm a dad. I guess he was a single dad, and he was basically, he left me this long paragraph. He was trying to tell me that, his son's arms were so long and that this and this and this and that. And he just didn't know how to, figure out what size his son wore. And I was just standing in the middle of a store reading this like, wow. So long story short, I told him, I said, well, the measurements have been provided. Maybe you can just take his measurements and see if that works with the arm length of the coat. So it did. So he still didn't buy the coat. After that, he went back and had some other things going on. I don't know. But at the end, he ended up buying the coat. After trying to haggle me down $10, I was like, oh my goodness, sir. So I'm just glad to have that Ralph Lauren polo puffer coat out of my view, and I'm not going to be picking up too much polo. So here's a pair of Lucky Brand slippers. I bought these for $10, $15 profit. Not bad, but I'm pretty sure I included some type of shipping discount in there, so let's take that out. This Ashley Stewart scoop neck sweater dress was mine, And I wore it. I had it for a couple years. I bought it for a quarter at the thrift store, cleaned it, wore it, cleaned it again, and sold it for $6. These Tommy Hilfiger leather and wool riding boots, I'm not sure what the issue was, but people just kept wanting to take it down and down and down. The price ended up going down to $7. Here's a bundle of Alex Marie rhinestones. And I'm not going to open up the bundle because I don't want to mess up the screen. But I know in this bundle, it was a pair of shoes, some kind of bottom, and then I gave this lady a top because she kept inquiring on the top, and some of these things came back from a reclaim with ThredUp. So I figured, it was Christmas, why not just give her the top, because she just was concerned if it would fit her at the top, like the bust area. And I gave her the measurements, but she still kept, pondering back and forth, and I created her a bundle. But I $17. I just gave her the shoes, the top, and whatever the other item is that she ordered. It wasn't a big deal. These Cole Haan shoes. Oh, so all of those things from that bundle, I paid a quarter for. That's why I wasn't mad to let it go. Cole Haan Williams casual saddle shoes. I purchased these at a religious type of like store resale shop to help out the community. And I really do see this place, like they pass out food, they do everything. So I know for a fact, I've been going in there to thrift for years, but I never purchased like men's shoes out of there. And I was just happy to just buy these shoes, but they were like $8 or $9. Sold them for $27. That worked. A North Face hoodie. It had a couple little pieces of like nail polish on it and stuff. So I did try to use some acetone and get it off, but it sold for $6. I paid a quarter for it. Wasn't upset. This vintage leather suede trench coat. I paid $10 for it. I had it listed up in the $50 range, and everyone just kept giving me these really bad low offers. So I had a girl who came to me. She sent me a message, and she was really nice, and she just expressed how much she wanted the coat. So I gave her the offer that she wanted. Here's a pair of Rocket Dog winter boots. I had a lady leave me a message on this, and she was like, I was hesitant to buy them because they were priced so low. I thought something would be wrong with them. She's actually from Texas, and she was saying she was going up north, and she just was really hesitant because of the price, but she was really pleased and happy that I offered that kind of deal. I don't always have to sell everything high. People just, need economical things too. Here's a men's flannel Sherpa robe. I found this at the Texas. I keep saying Texas Thrift. It's Family Thrift, but it's not the one that does the sale days, like a quarter and 50 cents and stuff like that. These are the actual just thrift stores. So I found this. I think it was $3. And it has a built-in belt, and it sold within a week for $14. Not bad. Like I said, I paid $3 for it. Here's a Conair Ion Shine hot rollers. I think I paid $3 or $4 for this max. Sold it for $24. Here's a pair of Rasco FR, which is fire resistant coveralls. Now, there is a short story with this, guys. And if you guys don't like short stories, I'm sorry, but this is what it takes to be a reseller. Like people will email you and have all kind of issues. So let me make this really quick with this. I posted this. I had it on Macari. I had it on Poshmark. And someone sent me a message after they made the purchase, and I mean went completely off, like asking me all of these questions, saying that the inside was not quilted, saying that they were trying to buy these for the snow. And it says on here that these are a pair of fire resistant coveralls. They have some type of sewn in technology that will stop you from catching fire. Like if you're working in a pit crew, or if you're somewhere like a mechanic or an electrician, there's something like that. And I actually took the posting off of the website and, listed most of it so you could read it and get an understanding for what it is. This person said it was a gift. It was a big mess. So they wanted me to take something off of what they paid. And so I asked them, like, well, what is it? Do you feel, what do you feel is fair in this situation? They just kept saying, I'm asking you questions. Like the person was like, who wore this before me? Now it's new. This is a new pair of coveralls without the tag. And they just kept telling me that they could have done better than this and this and that. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I don't think this person has an understanding of what it is they bought. So it just kept escalating, and Poshmark, I clicked the button for Poshmark to intervene because I'm going to ask you, I apologize, but I did tell them that they should have made an effort to seek out what this was before they bought it, even though the description tells you what it is. So anyways, Poshmark intervened. I got my payment because the person agreed to send the stuff back, but they never sent it. So they never sent it back. I knew they wanted it, but they never sent it back. So Poshmark just ended up releasing my funds. I'm telling you what you have to go through. Those coveralls are posted somewhere for like $180. And I had them listed for $67. And they took me down all the way to $37. And then when they got them, it was a big mess. They wanted more money off. So you just have to be aware of certain people, when they buy things, they try to scam you, because I told the person, I said, well, if you unhappy, I apologize that you're unhappy with your item, but if you don't want it, you can definitely send it back. Now, I don't take returns from anywhere, not from eBay, Poshmark, McCarty. Like, I don't take returns at all, but this item is clearly over $100 in value, so I was going to allow it to come back to my home. I really don't want anything to come back during COVID, okay? So here's a pair of Lucky Brand leather booties that sold. We're almost finished, you guys. This was I think these were in November. I bought these for $10, and I thought I was going to flip them a little bit more than that, but they gave me 22. I paid 50 cents or a quarter for these neutralizer leather mid-calf boots, sold for 13. These Sorels, I bought them for a quarter, and they needed work, but somebody bought them for 8 and made me an offer. I see she only left me 4 stars. I took a lot of pictures and showed all of the flaws that were on the fabric portion. It wasn't bad, like everything was still insulated, but it just had some wear on it. But I mean, it sold for $8, so that is what it is. At least they were clean, because I cleaned the heck out of those boots. Here's a Murano wool and cashmere, Lauren by Ralph Lauren, and that sold for $12. A cotton acrylic blend brown J. Jill cardigan. Now, I've had this cardigan for a couple years now. It was in storage. I sent it to Thread Up. It didn't sell. I reclaimed it and ended up listing it again, and it sold for $8. So I was just glad to get it out of the way. Here's a pair of Lucky Brand flared jeans, sold for $7, which I only got $1.93 off of because I ended up giving them shipping. And I only paid a quarter for them, or 50 cents, one or the other. Polo, I keep saying a quarter or 50 cents, you guys, because I did a lot of thrifting back in the day, and I only would go on quarter day, and then I stopped going on quarter day and started going on 50-cent day. So it's one of those. Polo by Ralph Lauren sweater. This is like a sweater cardigan, sweater vest, and that sold for 18. I bought that at a regular thrift store. I think I paid $4 for it. Orzaka Trail boots. So when you sell something like for $4, you only get $1. So I sold these for $1.05. I cleaned them up. I found them. I figure some people are on a budget, and they might need a little assistance with buying something that's a little less expensive. So I did take the time to do that. That is not something that I will be doing from this point out. I've been doing it for years, selling things of lesser value, and I feel like it takes time that I don't want to give, but I find myself not wanting to take the time to do it anymore. Wool stripe pants, $12. This was Ralph Lauren's pants, actually. And here's a pair of 7 Luxe pants. So they've been delivered, but I don't have any rating from them yet. They sold for $8. These shoes, Nine West shoes, leather shoes, they were on Thread Up. And Thread Up, they didn't sell, so I reclaimed them and put them up, and they sold within a couple days on Poshmark for $14. And the rest of the stuff has been shipped, and I'm just waiting on, it to arrive and ratings. So I just want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me. These are my 4th quarter sales from September through December 2020 on Poshmark. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. I'm going to be putting the rest of the videos out like this for 4th quarter sales. I'm going to do eBay And I might have to throw Macari in with eBay because I don't have as many sales with them. But I will be making another video. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please comment, subscribe, like, share, do all those great things. I'm going to be bringing as much content as I can for this channel during this time. Happy 2021 to you guys. Peace and blessings.